Cameo, not NG+. Okay, thank you. How about the Nebulum thing? I already know about the Devil Arms. Can I do the Devil Arms and their boss on a non-NG+? Because I do want to do that side quest. That's what I care about the most. I care about that in the cameo battle. And obviously Sword Dancer, but we're almost done with Sword Dancer. So I'm not going to count it. Like, we're obviously going to go fight number 3. I care about seeing the cameo battle and probably beating them, trying to beat them, but I want to see who the cameos are because I actually don't know who the cameos are. I've never done it. Cameo battle, Nebulum boss. I know about the Nebulum stuff, and I know about the Devil Arm stuff. Those two things I care about. So I would like to know if the Devil Arm thing is also NG+. Hopefully not. Dude, that's so lame. Why is the post-game dungeon NG+ only? What other game is Tales of have an NG+ alone, NG+ exclusive post-game dungeon? The post-game dungeon is always able to be done non-NG+. Did you see the big hole in the ground? Yeah, more and more is falling into the cliff off. Oh, because I destroyed Xeriud Sephiroth. You can stop saying that now, silly. What do you mean, silly? It's my responsibility. Oh, he's angry, but all this responsibility stuff is getting old. Give it a rest. We all know you're working hard, but don't go overboard. It's not good for you. Anis, are you trying to make me feel better? Yeah, well, maybe not a yay, fun, whoopee kind of thing, but kind of like, let's do this kind of thing. Very comforting. Well, I see one smart creature here. Thanks, Anis. Sure thing. Oh man, he sure can be such a pain. Man, it's wild to think that Anis had a crush on Luke, and now she's like, before she was like still out to get him, but now she's like slowly adjusting again. It's crazy to think she had a crush on him. St. Peanut may be in trouble, but the potential for war worries me too. We have everyone we need here. Can we really afford to do nothing? We don't have a choice. Only we and Ash can move around freely. And who knows what Ash is up to. We've got to help St. Peanut first. If we save St. Peanut, that may lead to eliminating the misunderstanding between the two countries. And if the job is performed by those who are the key to averting the war, that will make it all more meaningful. So saving St. Peanut could stop the war. I wouldn't count on it, but that would be the most desirable outcome. But if St. Peanut falls, things will only become worse. Pessimism won't get us anywhere, you know? Yeah, let's go save St. Peanut. Hopefully that'll take care of the war too. I'm gonna save my game super often because the game likes to crash and not work sometimes. You guys look new. I don't think I fought you. Okay, I'm not getting an answer on the Devil Arm stuff being NG+, but so I'm not gonna promise anything about it, but I will probably do it, assuming it's not. Post-game dungeon? Like, I'm astounded that the post-game dungeon is NG+ only. I can understand, like, you know, like, it's recommended. Why'd the game, like, quiet for that? It went quiet for that part. That was weird. What was I saying? Like Tales of Graces. In Tales of Graces, Zone Cage is really hard. The game would recommend you to do NG+, but at least you can do it. So if people really want to put in the time to grind, they don't have to play the game. Obviously, I would recommend doing an NG+ and clearing Zone Cage, but you don't have to. But in Abyss, it's literally like, hey, you have to NG+, and I hate that. If you want to have NG+ be, like, for some cool stuff, that's cool. Like, I guess I'm okay with Ion's Mystic Art. Oh, I remember that spell. That's the one that Lagretta was using. I guess if you want to have, like, you know, Ion's Mystic Art, if you want to have that be NG+, that's fine. I'm cool with that being NG+ only. But like a post-game dungeon, I don't know, it's just weird when every other Tales game lets you do it on the first playthrough. But then Abyss is like, literally, you cannot. Like, they will not let you do it. And Abyss is long, so not everyone's gonna want to, like, replay the game. It's still Tyr's second offensive spell, which is wild to me. I don't believe Nebulum's NG+. As long as it's not, I will do it. I will do it in the cameo battle. That's basically, at this point, that's my only criteria. Like, we're not gonna get to do the post-game dungeon. Apparently some of the Mystic Arts are only second playthroughs, so I won't be able to get all the Mystic Arts. Except Luke's. I think Luke's is not NG+. I think Luke's you can get on the first playthrough, if I'm not mistaken. So I won't be able to get all the Mystic Arts, but, at this point, my only criteria is finishing the game. Doing the, finishing the game, doing the cameo battle, and doing the Nebulum stuff. Can I still not? Okay, good. I was gonna say, if they had the stupid stealth section, I would have lost it. But yeah, doing the cameo battle, doing the Nebulum stuff. Which, the Nebulum stuff is the Devil Arms. So, doing that, cameo battle. Those are like the two side quests I definitely want to do. Or at least attempt. Because if the boss fight for the Nebulum stuff is like annoying, I can't promise I'll beat it. But I want to at least get as far as I could and get to the boss fights. Every other game, are you joking me right now? Okay, I was gonna say, if my game crashed there, I would have been mad. I thought my game crashed there. I don't know why it took so long for that transition. Every other side quest, like, you know, the ones we've been doing, they're kind of like, I'll look around for them, but I'm not going to worry too much if I missed them or anything. I'll still look around. I'm not going to speed run the game. But I'm also not going to sweat it if I miss, like, one little thing. This is already not an 100% playthrough, so. Because if it was, I would have to do the post-game dungeon, so. I'm a lot more willing to miss stuff, I guess. But I'll still try to look around places. I'm not gonna, like, skip everything and speed run, but I'm more willing to be like, yeah, we don't have to do this if I don't want to. Because there's stuff I care about, post-game dungeon, for example, that we're not gonna get to do, unfortunately. Please leave me alone. Which way was St. Bean off? Oh my word. Right here. I wonder when the Colosseum opens up, because I know Badical has like a Colosseum. Hopefully the next time we're in Badical it opens up. I don't remember when the Colosseum's available. I do want to do stuff with the arena, obviously, because I normally like doing Tales of Arenas. Okay. There is a... I don't think we can do this because we maybe missed part 1 or 2, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do it, but if we can't do it, it's because I missed like part 1 or 2. Because the first like parts were early in the game. Exterior collapse was gonna happen next. With everything going on, can't stay calm if I'm not tending to these flowers. Not that there's anything I can do anyway. What's going on in the world? There are too many disasters happening at once. I feel that. Looking at all the beautiful flowers remains calm. Just how cruel can Kimlaska be? I never imagined they dropped the entire town. How cowardly can you get? Well, this is where the soil tree was. I don't think this is where it is, but I'm gonna look anyway. I'm gonna grow up and become a soldier like Mr. McGovern. Protect the town and the soil tree. Well, I'm glad he started to think in that direction, but he doesn't have to become a soldier. If he did, somebody like General Glenn would be so much cooler. Luke, you can make that jump. Just jump it. You can make it, dude. I think I can't do this quest because I probably missed a part because I'm looking in the right spot. So with that in mind, we're probably not going to bother. Now, is there any other quest I should do now? Ooh, there is a recommended thing to do. Not a side quest, but something recommended. Oh, hey, escape. For all the threat of the war, people seem to be pretty calm here. Oh, it's probably for talking to certain NPCs or something. Or a certain amount. That's probably because we haven't told anyone where we come from. It would undoubtedly draw ire. Ire, I think is how you say that? If Luke's or my identities became known. Can't everybody just get along? Why can't we be friends? Ha, get along, huh? Well, both sides are victims here. If only they could forget the past. They might find a way to forgive each other. Too bad they're still busy blaming each other for the destruction of Hod. Giving up and just blithely accepting the score won't change anything either. They wish to change, but they can't. A poor excuse. One only used by those who do not really want to change at all. You sound like you're talking about me. Perhaps because I am. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to rest my aging bones. Jade, you didn't see Luke's resolve scene. Man, he gets on my nerves. So change, and then you can change others. Yeah. Oh, Jade, you should have seen it. The whole haircut sequence, it was amazing. Definitely one of the best scenes of the entire game. Where is St. Benon's weapon shop? Item shop? Is this also the weapon shop? No, but I'll buy some magic lens. You can have 16 of an item? 16. Not 15, not 20. 16. Okay. That's an interesting number. As you get farther in the game, I can let you know which ones are NG Plus only. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Arietta, I would appreciate that. God, you really feeling up to... I'm fine. Don't worry. I don't have any lingering hatred for you or anything. I want to get the ones that are available, obviously. So, you know. So you do for Ash? Don't ask. I'd hate for Natalia to overhear. So you do. Regardless, right now St. Bina is more important. It was my first place of refuge when I escaped from Hod. I want to save it. Yeah, we'll protect it no matter what. Well, let's do what we can. I'm fairly certain Luke's is not NG+. I think I remember using Luke's in my playthrough. So Luke's is one I don't think it's NG+ only. But I don't know. I mean, I might be remembering wrong, but I remember using Luke's and I remember getting it. You need like the ultimate sword. You need like the sword you get at the end of the game. It's similar to how you use Lloyd's, I think. Where's the weapon shop in St. Bina? That's not the weapon shop. Oh, I loaded my save. I have to... Yeah, okay. I was like, why am I not walking as Natalia? It's because my game crashed and I had to... switch it again. I'm already 2 hours in stream? That's wild. You, of course, don't have medicine. Why have a medicine shop and an item shop? What's even the difference? Yo, treats and specifics? Oh my word, 40k though. I cannot afford that. We'll take some holy bottles. By the way, something I'm noticing and remembering, Act 2 has it'll pick up with dungeons later in the game, but for right now, it's a lot of going to towns and watching scenes and stuff and then having to go somewhere else. I think it gets even more apparent later in Act 2. But I do remember it being very back and forth. And there aren't many dungeons. There haven't been many dungeons at all. I think there was only 2? We had the Fubra... No, there were 3. 3. The Artemis Spring, I guess, if you want to count that. Then we had the Oracle Headquarters, and then we had the Theor Forest. Haven't been many bosses either. So the gameplay side of Act 2 has been pretty light.
I told you, Father. With Kaitsur overrun, we cannot afford to have troops leave the city.
Is this Sam Riegel? Sounds a little bit like Jude and Flynn.
But if we don't evacuate the civilians, Saint Bina will become the next Axarius.
We cannot make a move without an order from His Imperial Majesty.
If an order from Emperor Peony is what you're waiting for, we just brought it.
Colonel Curtis, you're alive.
What did His Majesty say?
We're to evacuate the civilians to the Invades area.
But that will mean leaving the city unguarded.
Who cares? This whole area started to fall.
My troops will take over, escorting the civilians partway along the route. Once the civilians are out, please have your forces go west to join General Nordheim's forces on the East Rugnica Plains.
Understood. So we're abandoning St. Bina.
Right. I'll inform the residents.
We'll help too.
Right.
Luke sure is getting strong, isn't he? That he is. Nothing like how he was at Axarius. He certainly has changed. It may be that he's trying to keep himself busy to keep from dwelling on Axarius. You may be right. So, the important thing is that he's getting things done. True. Anyway, let's get moving ourselves. Yeah. Right. You get him, Luke. Evacuating the entire population of a town certainly is backbreaking work. Yeah, we have to make things really clear or people could seriously panic. We'll have to check the entire town to make sure nobody's left behind. Women and children should get priority, right? Oh, and the elderly. Yeah, that works. We'll probably need carts, too. I'll direct the injured people to the carts. Is that okay? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go check over there. I have to admit, Luke is throwing me a bit off balance being so active and helpful. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he's way different than he was at Axarius. Yeah, the haircut! Looks like he was serious about wanting to change. I guess I kind of sort of admit he's doing an okay job, but he does look like an idiot all worked up like that. That's because deep down he is an idiot. Hey, come over here and help. Don't just stand there around like idiots. Well, looks like we become idiots as well. Okay. That was pretty funny. You know what? Honestly, save state.
Run!
Oh, would you look who it is? What is with that face?
What the hell?
I finally found you, Jade.
Oh, the game's gonna give me a boss fight. I was like, hey, we only had like 2 bosses in the act.
Now is not the time, Dist. You never were able to tell when you're not wanted.
Say what you like. I'm taking Phone Master Ion.
Did I ever figure out who voiced Dist? I don't remember. It sounds familiar. I don't know if I've ever figured it out, though.
I'm afraid not. Now move!
Are you trying to save these worms? And after you gave up on Professor Nebelim?
Are you still pursuing that foolishness?
You have no right to criticize me. You gave up before you even started. Now, hand over the phone master.
Oh, awkward justice.